Hey guys, it's Kristine. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about budgeting in my bullet journal. In today's video, we're going to go over my budget for November 2nd. That is paycheck number 1 in the month of November. This month is a golden month for me, so I'm going to have 3 paychecks this month. If you haven't seen my November budget with me video where I do like a monthly budget, even though I'm a paycheck budgeter, I'm going to go ahead and link that up above. If you're interested in seeing how this first paycheck is going to go, keep watching. So everything is in pencil right now because I have just completed my November budget with me. So nothing's inked in except for the titles and the headers and stuff. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this one because my paycheck came in a little bit higher than I'd expected because I did work a couple hours on one of the Fridays that I had off. Yeah, so I'd requested most of my Fridays off, but then I needed to finish a couple things, and the person that was covering for me was not going to be able to make it in until like mid-morning. So I I think I was voluntold to come in. And since I did have some stuff that I wanted to finish up that morning, I went ahead and went into work for a few hours. And so that's why my paycheck is a little bit higher. There are some days where I would not be able to do that, and I have refused to do so because, so in my opinion, it is manager's responsibility to make sure that my shifts are covered, not mine. But yeah, in this case, I thought it would work to my advantage, so I just went ahead and did it anyway. There were other times that she was suggesting that I should come into work for a few hours, and I said no just because of the drive time to my daughter's school or whatnot. Anyway, that's a long-winded way of saying that instead of $1879.65, my paycheck was $1,955.72. So based on my usual paycheck, 1955.72 minus 79.65, so I got $76.07 more than I normally would have. So yeah, that's really cool, and I'm gonna see where I can work that into my budget. So in my G1 checking account, I have $205.80. And to that, I'm adding $305, which is $510.80. Now for my G1 checking, that does pay my bills. So out of this paycheck, I'm paying my T-Mobile cell phone bill, and that's coming in at $150, or it's budgeted at $150. iCloud's $10, Delta Care is $32, my vision insurance is $37, and car insurance is $52. And all in all, that is $281. So as you could see, this $510.80 will cover the $281. So for G1 rent, etc., I have $139.12. I am budgeting $328. I do split up my rent and utilities, my monthly bills, into how many paychecks I get. And since this month is a 3 paycheck month, I did split it up into 3. And let's see here. So 139.12 plus 328 is 467.12. And as you can see, all I have is my water bill. I've already paid my November rent. I've paid my PG&E for this, that was due on the 5th of November. And it actually came in at $34.38 because of climate credit. And we haven't been using the air conditioning as much because it is cooling down. But yeah, so this is definitely gonna cover this right here. And for daughter, I am starting with $20.80. I am budgeting $70. So that is $90.80. And that's down here. And am I gonna do that yet? So I'm just gonna leave that for now. My variable has my T-Mobile account that has my variable expenses sinking, not really a sinking fund. If you think about it, it's kind of like envelopes, except I don't do cash. So there's that. So it's got $165.75 in there, which is coming from here. But because I'm working with a surplus in my paycheck, I'm just gonna skip this part for now. Travel, it's got the $257.40. That also has the hotel fund that I put money into if I'm gonna pay off debt, which I am starting to plan, or I am starting to do that, or I have started to do that. For sinking funds, I'm starting with $621.63. So all in all, I have $1,410.50 to start. Now we're leaving these 3 right here because I am still gonna do this page. So for my Roth IRA, right now I have $3,950 contributed for the year 2022. I actually have gone ahead and added $200. I sent that off today, or I initiated a transfer. So I am going to put a little check mark next to that. My emergency fund in my T-Mobile account currently has $3,000. It does accrue interest, but I have been using that interest to help offset some of my overspending in my variable accounts and my variable spending. That's not ideal. I would like to actually keep that money that the interest that it's accruing, but right now it's helping me out with filling in the gaps, because I have been working on a tighter budget lately. So for Santa Saver, that is starting at 0. And I did get, let me go ahead and switch pens. So what happens at the beginning of November is whatever money was in that Santa Saver, I now have access to. So I previously did not have access to this. So I have $500 I put 18, but I think that might be 14 or yeah, it should be 14. But I'll just double check that. Okay. So for this group here, I've got $6,950. I am not counting this right here. That's going to be its own separate like fund. Now, because it is back at 0, I am going to start contributing to Santa Saver again for 2023. And so I have $225 being contributed to saving/investing. So I did not do the math on this side. Let me go ahead and do that. So $39.50 plus 200 is 41. That's wrong. No, that's right. Oh. $4,150 contributed. I'm not going to reach this by the end of December, but I do have until April, like tax time in April 2023 to get this to $6,000. My goal is to get it fully funded by February, but we'll see because I still have some debts to pay off. And then also I want to beef up my emergency fund in 2023. So this is $7,175. Cool. All right. So down here, I do have other, I don't actually figure this into my budget. So this would actually be like a blank space otherwise. And I would just kind of, write whatever credit card payments I was doing to zero out my accounts. But I went ahead and put debt payoff here so I can kind of keep track of stuff. So for Citibank, my last statement balance was $1,141.95. If you haven't seen my second debt update video, I'm going to go ahead and link that up above. I do talk about like my hotel stays and how much I've spent and how much I've paid so far and like how I'm planning to pay it off before the end of the year. So I am estimating paying $317 to that. That might actually change, but that's what I'm estimating. So this money right here that I was going to add to hotel is what I'm planning to pay to that, but it could fluctuate depending on how things go. So for my breaks, I did get my breaks done and I wasn't able to pay in full, so I'm paying in installments. Right now, the balance is $567.84. I started with $747.84. I did pay $180 towards that, and I'm planning to pay $135 each paycheck this month, plus whatever I already have in my car maintenance fund, the $163.19, and that should bring that down to 0. So now we're going to talk about my variable expenses / sinking funds. I'm not really sure what to consider these, but variable expenses is good enough for me. So for gas and car, and this is my work gas, I'm starting with $29.45, and I'm adding $70. Now for groceries, I'm starting out with 0. Gonna gonna hold off on that because I might actually put more money in there. Household, I'm starting with $25.08. Eating out, I'm starting with 0. Copays, I'm starting out with $79.90. And meds, I'm starting with $31.32. Allowance is starting with 0. Fund money, 0. Uncategorized, 0. So all in all, this is $165.75. I think fund money is going to stay at 0. Uncategorized is going to stay at 20. Allowance is going to stay at 60. And then we'll see about the rest. So gas and car here for my travel funds is starting at 0. I'm adding $140. For hotel, I have $136.65. And I'm adding $317. For parking, I'm starting with $62.72, and I'm not adding anything to that. And then tickets, I got $58.03, and I'm adding 0. So in this group, I'm starting with $257.40, and I'm adding $457. So for food, etc., for my daughter, she's starting with 80 cents, and I'm adding 50. For laundry, she's starting with 20, and I'm adding another 20. Others got 0, adding 0. That's sort of like her unbudgeted line. Okay, so beauty / hair, starting with $250. Brows is starting with $148.09. Car maintenance has got $163.19. Gifts and giving, $27.96. Clothing, 0. Subscriptions, $32.39. So I'm starting out with $621.63. So as you can tell, I did leave a whole bunch blank. So we're gonna go back to those. Okay, so this $457, I'm gonna go ahead and put this here. So it's either variable that in my checking account or variable in or sinking funds in my savings account here. So how much difference did we say this was? $1955.72 minus $1879.65. So it's $76 difference. I think for copays, I'm gonna do 20. For meds, I think I'll keep that at 14. Yeah, we'll keep that at 14. I think for eating out, we'll do this. We'll put this at 70. And then we'll do groceries at 1. 30. And then household, we will do $51. So that means we're not adding anything extra down here, but let me just make sure I did that math correctly. So that's 70 plus 130 plus 51 plus 70 plus 20 plus 14 plus 60 plus 20 is 435. So we're adding 435 up here. And then so I do have 1955 minus 305 minus 328 minus 70 minus 435 minus 457 minus 200 minus 25 is 135. So hair, brows, gifts and giving, clothing, subscriptions are all getting 0 from this paycheck. But they do still have some money in them except for clothing, so that should be fine. So 305 plus 328 plus 70 plus 435 plus 457 plus 135 is 1730. Plus 225. And there is that 72 cents. So I am gonna put that in. I should have put it up here, but I already did that math right there. 72 cents. Where should we put it? Let's put it in variable. Why not? So 72 cents. So 165 plus 75 plus 435, 72 is 601.47. 257 plus 40, 257 and 40 cents plus 457 is $714.40. $621.63 plus 135 is $756.63. So that's $510.80 in my checking for my variable spending, $467.12 in my G1 rent, etc., $90.80 for my daughter's account, $601.47 for my variable spending, $714.40 for my travel funds, $756.63 for my sinking funds. And that leaves me with a total of $3,141.22. And I'm just going to subtract this 730.72 and I am left with my starting balance right there. So this is my budget for paycheck number 1 in the month of November. I am going to have 3 paychecks this month, so it's a golden month. If you're interested in seeing what my monthly budget is, since I'm a paycheck budgeter, go ahead and click on this video. I think you'll find it interesting. At the very least, you'll see how I allocate everything kind of ahead of time before I get into each paycheck budget. So anyway, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.